Agentic AI is probably the next step of intelligence on normal AI. Where normal AI is a tool that can do a specific task that we assign to it, Agentic AI is kind of a more intuitive layer you would add on there. I like to use a baseball analogy. Normal AI would basically be a player that you tell to go up there and hit that fastball when it comes across the plate. It will do it efficiently, specifically, it will specialize in that. Agentic AI is a little different, where you can actually ask it for an outcome. You could tell that player, get on base, and it will still hit that fastball if it comes across the plate. But at the same time, it will find different ways to actually get there. It might bunt, it might walk, it might hit a different pitch, but it's more based on an outcomes model, and it's more intuitive on how to get there. This is going to change the software landscape dramatically. I think one thing that is not getting talked about quite enough is that we're actually going to change from a tools-based to more of an outcome-based. And what that means is basically in normal software, we pay for tools, and it was up to us on how we use them. Now with an outcomes-based, we're actually going to pay for the outcome that the software actually gives you, and that's going to change how companies offer these products, is how they price these products, and how they design them for consumption. The most obvious answer would be companies like the hyperscalers. These are the large AI infrastructure players where agentic AI is actually going to be hosted on that platform. Now, something that's a bit less obvious, I would say, is some of these large enterprise software companies that basically have a very sticky customer base. It's hard to replace them, so they can actually put agentic AI offerings on their platforms, and companies will actually pay for it. I would also highlight companies that own their own data. This is going to be a huge moat for them because they can actually use this new AI technology, and specifically agentic AI technology, to use this data and adjust for the specific task. Companies that have simple vertical application software companies is kind of how I call them. These are companies that have one specific task. Now, AI has already done a very good job at disintermediating some of these companies, but agentic AI is that extra step. It's that extra layer of automation, which has really been a bit of a moat for some of these companies to normal AI, where there's this intuitiveness that agentic AI has. And basically, with this intuitive, it's clever enough to actually figure out simple rules-based data entry, customer service tools that software companies are very good at doing, and it can actually replace this and make them more efficient. There is going to be a reduction in seats. As things become more efficient and we're all focused on outcomes, you will pay for a lot less seats. You need less people because you're becoming more efficient. The difference is some companies, which we've actually seen recently, they're actually offering higher prices for this because basically if they're more efficient, you're going to pay for it. So there's a bit of a debate going back and forth on how much value this is going to be actually given to software companies.